Hey guys, Byron here at Philadelphia Eagles training camp practice. Let's see what stood out. Well, first things first, Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown have big-time fan clubs out here. Look, Hurts isn't the kind of player that's ever going to really look transformational in terms of his physical ability in a practice setting, but he looked very competent today, very in control, and most importantly, he had chemistry, great chemistry with all of his weapons. Put on a show out here, threw several touchdowns. I think one beat writer had it at 5 touchdowns today. So things were humming pretty well with Jalen Hurts and the passing offense. I mean, clearly A.J. Brown is a dominant talent. I mean, I've seen him, back to his college days when we went to scout his college pro day. Now we see him here several years later in the NFL, and he's really just one of these guys that's totally dominant on the football field. He's in for a really nice season as expected. Looks like a tremendous addition and a guy that I'll be happy to have some exposure to in fantasy. I leave here thinking that, he definitely belongs up with the Tyreek Hills and the CeeDee Lambs of the world. If you told me he had a better season than those guys, I wouldn't be totally shocked. That said, Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert also look very, very good. And I think we should all want at least some percentage of those guys in our portfolios. I mean, A.J. Brown is dominant on the field out here, but Devontae Smith is just always open, making really nice catches. And, let's not forget, he has great chemistry with Jalen Hurts today, or in general, and that showed up today as well. And then Dallas Goedert, I mean, they've got him on deck. I mean, he's making plays all over the place in the red zone, the middle of the field, split out wide. I mean, he definitely looks like he is, as expected, going to dominate the tight end snaps out here and be a really valuable fantasy option. So really liking what I'm seeing out of the Eagles passing offense. Now, I think the run game is a different story. A lot of people are in our business, a lot of my colleagues are trying to project what happened with the Eagles down the stretch last year in terms of their commitment to volume in the run game and how it seemed to pay off in terms of success for the team. And, that the traditional line of logic here is that the Eagles are going to continue with that into this season, all season, and maybe we need to tap the brakes a little bit on the passing game. I suppose that could be true, but what I saw today, yes, Miles Sanders was not out here. What I saw today is I don't think the Eagles have the assets in their running back room to maintain big volume all season long at that position. I mean, whispers are they're only going to keep 3 running backs on the roster, which really surprises me because apparently they're looking to keep some extra offensive linemen. But word around here is it's going to be a Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott trio. I really think it'll be that, a trio. If there's going to be tremendous volume at the running back position in Philly this year, I really do think it'll be, by committee. So I'm really not that interested in the Eagles running backs in fantasy. I suppose Miles Sanders offers some value in the middle rounds as maybe like a solid flex with upside if he can take the lead here. Kenneth Gainwell, a couple of bad drops today. Pretty small player, too, when you see him in person. I don't think he can hold up to volume, and I think we know what Boston Scott is at this point. So I guess what I'm saying is, long story short, I think the Eagles are going to do what they do best this season, and it's pretty clear that that's pass the football with Jalen Hurts to this trio of exceptional weapons that he has.